Hello everyone, welcome to Alex's Travels, and in this edition of Alex's Travels, we find ourselves in New York City. That is right, in this edition of Alex's Travels, we will be exploring New York City and see what the center of the universe has to offer. So we will be starting our travels in Times Square. Times Square is a must-visit destination. It is basically the crossroads of the world. So I really recommend visiting Times Square at night. You can get the feel of the city, since Times Square is basically the heart and energy of New York City. So New York City, Times Square is home to the nightlife here. You can see lots of people from different parts of the world coming here and just to take in the energy of what this city has to offer. This is here 24/7. You can see the billboards that are always on. As you would know, Times Square is home to the New Year's Eve ball drop, the iconic New Year's Eve ball drop, and where I'm guessing millions of people would pack Times Square on New Year's Eve and watch the ball drop to welcome in the new year. Also in Times Square, you would find the most iconic stores such as Levi's and also McDonald's here. There's many things to do here in Times Square. And this is a great place to people watch. And what I liked about Times Square is being able to be in the center of New York City, and that's where I'm gonna stay here. And let me show you where I am staying at here in New York. So I am staying at the Hotel Showcard. It's not one of those big box brand hotel. The Hotel Showcard is a little small hotel in the heart of Times Square. So we've just checked in for the night. I am staying on the 4th floor at Hotel Showcard. I think I paid $160 per night. And let's go ahead and check out the room that I'm staying in. This is room 402. And as you can see, this is a super small room. I'm staying with myself, which is okay. If you have 2 people, I would recommend staying somewhere else that is bigger than this. But being in New York City, all the rooms here are narrow and cramped. So I'm using my wide angle view camera off my iPhone to capture all of what this room looks like. And here is what the shower looks like, and the bathroom looks like pretty doable. And like I said, this is one of the smallest rooms that I ever stayed. being in my first time in New York City, this is something that you need, or that one who's traveling to New York City needs to get used to. Not a lot of space here at the hotel show card. So this is what Times Square looks like in the daytime. As we zoom out, you can see it is much less busier than it is at night. Such a night and day difference of Times Square. So we are in the heart of Central Park. I think this is called Bethesda Square here in Central Park. And Central Park is the main park of New York City, and I really recommend going to this part of Central Park where you can get more of the feel and vibe of Central Park in New York City.
Strangers in the night. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in and out.
And Central Park is a great place to take your morning walk of New York City. So what is close to Central Park is the Met, or the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And let's go ahead and see what this museum has to offer. So here's the lobby area of the museum. And let's go ahead and check out different types of artworks here. So here we have sculptures from the Roman times here. Let's go ahead and move on to the next exhibition. This is what you would see inside the Met. So our next display is Egyptian. Here you can get a feel of what to expect inside the Metropolitan Museum of Art here in New York City, just inside on the east side of Central Park. Here you can also get a walk up close to the, I believe this is a tomb which was gifted here to the Met. I have also made a episode of this museum called Alex's Adventures. If you want to go more in-depth of this museum, be sure to check out Alex's Adventure series, where I did a full walk-around tour of the Metropolitan Museum of Art, or what is simply called the Met. Here's a close-up description for what we are seeing here. And yeah. So up next here we have this facade. I think this gives you an idea that we're in some place in Europe, Italy, for example, or Rome. I'm not sure my European geography here, but this is what it looks like. And this is a great place to take pictures of you being at the Met. Here you can always grab something to eat. And yeah, so let's go ahead and move on to our next display. So here we are, we have more sculptures to check out. Here you can always pose a picture of one of these iconic sculptures here. I really like how the Met offers you the feel that you're in a different part of the world. Pretty interesting sculpture right there. And yeah, so you can get an idea of what the Met has to offer. So what is close to Central Park is the American Museum of Natural History. Let's go ahead and check the Museum of Natural History out. So we are inside the Museum of Natural History. Here you can see dinosaurs, skeletons of dinosaurs. It's basically a museum of natural history. So once we are inside, there are many things to discover. This is an ideal place to bring your kids, where they can learn all things natural history and the life of animals or organisms that is on planet Earth.
Okay, let's go on the other side here for a second.
So here we are at the map of biodiversity. This is a great place to study biodiversity with your children. And yeah, so for this particular museum, this is an ideal place to bring your kids. And I really recommend spending half a day here inside the museum, the American Museum of Natural History. And here you can check out mammals in the Earth's ocean. And here are the dioramas for the aquatic part of this natural history museum. So we are in New York City's Chinatown in Lower Manhattan. This is one of the most distinctive neighborhood in New York City. This is the only Chinatown in New York City. New York City consists of 5 different boroughs. There's also a Chinatown in Queens and Bronx and Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken. But visit the Chinatown in Manhattan, and you can see how unique it is here in New York City. This reminds me of San Francisco's own Chinatown. The one in San Francisco is the oldest Chinatown in America, and I believe this is the second oldest Chinatown. New York City's Chinatown is also close to Little Italy, which we can see a glimpse here and there. And yeah, so let's go ahead and take a stroll through New York City's Chinatown and take in what this area of New York City has to offer. Yeah, so this is one of the most iconic buildings in Chinatown here in Manhattan. So we crossed the Brooklyn Bridge, and now we are at Dumbo, or down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass. And this is one of those unique neighborhoods in Brooklyn, and you can, by just walking around, you can get a feel. And this is a great photo opportunity if you find yourselves in Brooklyn. Yeah, we just crossed the East River, and this is a great place to hang out, relax, people watch, all those type of things. You get a beautiful view of the Brooklyn Bridge in the background. As you can see, that's the Empire State Building. Here's the Manhattan Bridge, and if we look to our left, you get a view of the beautiful New York City skyline along with the Brooklyn Bridge. So if you come during close to sunset, you can get a beautiful photo op, or just watch the sunset behind the New York City skyline. this is a great place to be at night, to watch the city light up at night. So we are here at One World Trade Center. This is a complex, and we'll be checking out three things: the Oculus, 9/11 Memorial Museum, and One World Observatory. So let's go ahead and take a look what is inside the Oculus. So here's One World Trade Center, and we're about to take a look at what is inside the Oculus. Really love the unique architecture, something that you don't see anywhere else in the world. So here we are inside the Oculus here in New York City. Here you get a view of the One World Trade Center, which will be going up to One World Observatory. But here it is. Here's the Oculus, which is basically a shopping mall and transit hub. So here's the ground view level of what is inside the Oculus. If you look around, here you can see several stores and shops. And if you go straight or to your left, you can access New York City's transit system, including the New York City subway and the New Jersey PATH trains. And yeah, so what a beautiful interior that the Oculus has to offer. So here we are at the National September 11 Memorial Museum. Here's one of the base what once stood, which is the South Tower of the original World Trade Center. And let's go ahead and go inside the 9/11 Memorial Museum and remember of what happened on 9/11. So we are inside the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. Here is one of the facades that stood after the 9/11 attacks, after the Twin Towers fell. And let's go ahead and take a look at what is inside this memorial and museum. So as you can see, you can take a look at the foundations of the original Twin Towers. Here is the slurry wall that kept intact of what was in the basement of the World Trade Center. Some say that the slurry wall could have failed, but it did not, and it still stands resiliently for us to see today. So here's one of the famous staircases in 9/11, and here we are at the memorial. No day shall erase you from the memory of time. And if you look closer to the blue panels, it's actually a bunch of photos of people affected by 9/11. So as we walk closer to here, you can see the facade, the foundation of the thing that we saw earlier. And yeah, so pretty interesting thing to check out. So here's one of the artifacts. This artifact is from the North Tower antenna that fell during the 9/11 attacks. And so we look to our left, here is the iconic fire truck, and you can get a sense of something that was affected on that day. And here's a closer look of what we saw earlier here at the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. You can read the aftermath of 9/11, of how people who were still affected, including to this day. And yeah, so pretty interesting place to learn more about what happened on that fateful day. So that is the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. And let's go ahead and go up to One World Observatory here at One World Trade Center. So here is the entrance to One World Observatory here in New York City. Let's go ahead and go up to the top of One World Trade Center.
Welcome to One World Observatory.
So here we are at the 102nd floor, and here is One World Observatory. And here's the first thing that you'll see once you are at the observation level, and you can see basically everything of New York City and beyond. So One World Observatory has a restaurant and cafe, pretty worth checking out. But here is New Jersey and the Statue of Liberty. So there is many things that you can do, but mainly you can just take in the views of Manhattan. So here's a closer look at Manhattan. You can see all the way to the other end of Manhattan. And this is the place that you want to be if you want to observe the two iconic bridges here in New York City. And here you have the Manhattan Bridge and the Brooklyn Bridge, along with the East River. And here you have the gift shop and just a lot more things to look out at here at One World Observatory. And yeah, so here's a closer look at the Empire State Building, which will be going up there soon. I've also done an Alex's Adventures video for One World Observatory and Empire State Building. Be sure to check out my content on that. But basically, you can get the entire view of Manhattan here in New York City. Such a beautiful day. I wonder what it looks like at night, but just appreciate this wonderful city with wonderful views from One World Observatory here at One World Trade Center. So we are heading to the Statue of Liberty National Monument, where we will be checking in the Statue of Liberty, which has a museum at the Statue of Liberty in Ellis Island. And here's a beautiful view of the New York City skyline. So we are on Liberty Island, and this is the first thing that you will see at the Statue of Liberty. And here's a closer look at Statue of Liberty. If you want to check out the interior of the Statue of Liberty, you have to purchase an additional ticket. It cost me $25 to get to Liberty Island, but it also gives you access to Ellis Island. So here's an up-front view of the Statue of Liberty. I just wish the lighting, where the sun's position is facing towards the statue. But it is what it is. And yeah, so really one of my highlights of this trip is visiting Liberty Island and checking out the Statue of Liberty. And while on Liberty Island, you can get a picturesque view of New York City's iconic skyline. So back where we were before, and now the next thing that we are going to do is check out the museum about the Statue of Liberty. This is the Statue of Liberty Museum, operated by our national parks. And yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. So we are inside the Statue of Liberty Museum. Here you can find many things to discover here about the Statue of Liberty and what this country is founded upon. So this is a really neat museum to check out each of these exhibits here. Here at this exhibit, you can see how the Statue of Liberty was made. And here you can see the casting here, and you get an up-close personal view of the fit of the Statue of Liberty. And yeah, so really neat display that I highly recommend checking out. And if you can't go into the interior of the Statue of Liberty, here you can get a scaled down version of what it looks like inside.
This is a structural model, okay? Shows the interior of the structure.
Here what we are seeing is the proposals of the foundation of the Statue of Liberty. The smallest one is the actual foundation. And here you can learn more about the history of the Statue of Liberty. And we have more displays such as these advertisements, artifacts, and all the other stuff that you would expect. All about the Statue of Liberty. Here you can take an interactive picture of yourself and have it displayed on this big screen and say where you are from, which is pretty unique. And here's a close-up view of the torch the Statue of Liberty is holding. And yeah, so you can get an up-close look at Lady Liberty's face. And yeah, so that is the Statue of Liberty Museum here on Liberty Island. So we are back outside of the Statue of Liberty Museum, and now let's go ahead and get on a boat and head towards Ellis Island. So we are on Ellis Island National Museum of Immigration, and this is a pretty cool museum that you should also check out. So we are inside the Museum of Immigration, and there are many things that you should check out, including these exhibits and displays, and it talks about all things immigration. And one of my favorite things to check out is the registry room, and this is where immigrants get processed once they land here in America. And yeah, so I really like the views of the city. Really recommend checking out the Statue of Liberty in Ellis Island, and you can also get a cool photographic view of New York City. The other thing that I would recommend is checking out the Staten Island Ferry, which I believe is free. And yeah, so that is the Statue of Liberty. So we are on Coney Island. We are at Coney Island, and checking out Luna Park. And Coney Island is known for its amusement park, carnival rides. And we can get a sense of what this place is like on a windy day. Here is the boardwalk at Coney Island, and this is a unique place that you should check out. And I really recommend not going on a windy day like right now, but when you have a chance, you should grab something to eat, like this Nathan's hot dog stand, known for its July 4th Independence Day hot dog eating contest, which is known throughout the world. So we are about to take a subway train back to New York City, Manhattan, and let's see how we ride the train here. So you'll need a on-me card like I have here, and all you have to do is preload a certain amount and use tap and go. You can also use your credit card and it will have a file for you to just tap and go also. So let's go ahead and board this train. And let's go ahead and head back to Manhattan. Here we are at the Chelsea Market. This is a must-visit market located west of New York City. And inside Chelsea Market, this has a lot of history that you should discover. The Chelsea Market is kind of like a food hall style gathering place, and it has also many shops inside Chelsea Market, and I really recommend putting this on your itinerary list if you're visiting New York City.
You're off. Let's go.
So here are some of the stores that I'm talking about. Yeah, pretty cool place to check out. And that is Chelsea Market here in New York City. Here is Grand Central Terminal in New York City. This is on 42nd Street. Close to Times Square, or basically Midtown Manhattan. And being inside Grand Central Terminal, you can feel the energy of where people just from all over to check out this unique train station. And if you check out the basement of Grand Central Terminal, there is basically like a food court here. So here's the floor view of Grand Central Terminal, and you can get a sense of how much energy that this gives off, with just people just coming across different parts of the world, different parts of New York. This is a transfer spot for all the New York City and New Jersey trains. Pretty cool landmark to check out here in New York City. So we are at Herald Square, which is the home to the world's largest department store, Macy's. We are about to check out the Empire State Building in Midtown Manhattan and see what the views are like from the 80th floor observation level. So we are inside the Empire State Building. Here is the lobby area. And let's go ahead and take the elevators up to the 80th floor.
Welcome to the world's most famous building, and you get to see it built. Keep your arms and legs inside and keep your eyes open. See those hot rivets flying through the air? Nice catch, Lou! Get those planks out of the way, huh? Good! Hey, watch it! Wait out there! As well as one for Rich. Hey, Bucky, you gonna ride that thing all day? Do something useful, will ya? All right, they're coming up to the 80th floor. You're headed to the top of the Empire State Building right here in the heart of New York City.
So, what an interesting interactive elevator ride. We are on the 80th floor of the observation level inside the Empire State Building. As you can see, there's already a line to go up outside, which we'll be checking out soon. But here is a diagram of the Empire State Building to get a sense of where we are. And here is one of the first views outside the Empire State Building once you get off the elevator. This is the west side of Manhattan. Let's go ahead and check out the south side, or lower Manhattan. And as you can see, this is much more busier than the observation level at One World Trade Center. Here is the view looking south towards lower Manhattan and One World Trade Center. And yeah. So we are outside on the observation level at Empire State Building. Here is the view of what you would see. And I really like the outdoor view more than inside. Being in the outdoors, you can get more of the energy from the city. Here is Herald Square and H&M and Times Square. We're looking at Times Square, and in this direction is where Central Park is located, just behind those buildings. Here's the Bronx and Queens in Brooklyn on this side. So really love the Art Deco architecture. One could admire Art Deco design here. Here's the view of the river and another beautiful view of lower Manhattan with the Brooklyn Bridge, the Manhattan Bridge, the Statue of Liberty, and One World Trade Center. What an amazing view from the Empire State Building. And yeah. So here we are at the Museum of Modern Art. This is one of the most busier museums. And as you can see, the Museum of Modern Art is different from the Metropolitan or the Met. You get more of an artistic vibe from all the paintings that we are about to see. So what I like about this museum and what is on display is that you can go ahead and walk up to the art pieces or works of art or artworks in general, such as this work of art here. And this is a very much different museum from the Met. And this museum focused more on the contemporary art, while the Met focused on more of a traditional historical context in the art world. So I really recommend checking out both museums if you ever find yourselves in New York, and you'll highly love these two museums. So along the way we have paintings from famous artists. And as you can see, just walking around the museum and the Museum of Modern Art, it has a really different vibe than the Metropolitan. I'm not sure how to describe it, but it really is a different vibe and energy. So here is Andy Warhol's Campbell Soup pop art. This is a great photo op to take a photo of yourself. And here's more artworks from that particular genre. And yeah, so really enjoyed the Museum of Modern Art. So here are more sculptures that you can go up and visit. And yeah, so that is the Museum of Modern Art in Midtown Manhattan. Really recommend checking out the Museum of Modern Art and the Metropolitan. So the next thing that we are about to do is go up to the top of the rock observation deck here at Rockefeller Center here in Midtown Manhattan. I really recommend visiting this observation deck at night. So here's Rockefeller Center. This is known for its Christmas tree lighting and an ice rink that is here and all set up during the holidays. And now let's go ahead and go up to top of the rock. So here's the reception area. Really like the reception area and its chandeliers here. And you are in the lobby area of the top of the rock. Here you can get an up-close personal view of a scaled-down model of Rockefeller Center. And I really like these displays, and that gives you more of how big this place is. So let's go ahead and go up to the top of the rock. So we took an elevator ride to the top of the rock. Here is one of the first things that you will see. Really love the interior. You can also grab a drink from the top of the rock observation deck. Really love the Art Deco architectural significance here, just like the Empire State Building. And here is the outside view. Top of the rock offers two different levels of views. here's the first level of the observation deck, and you get a beautiful view of lower Manhattan, especially at night. So really recommend going up here at night so you can observe or look at the Empire State Building up close, and you can, in the distance, see One World Trade Center along with the Statue of Liberty, all lit up at night. You can also get a glimpse of the Brooklyn Bridge, and yeah, so really love this view, and you should really check this out. So let's go ahead and go up to the second level of the observation deck. So here is the second level of the observation deck here at top of the rock at Rockefeller Center. And here are more views on the outside. Really appreciate being up here. And I think this trip was well worth it. Here you can see how many people are here on this level compared to the first level that we went to. And yeah, so here's another view of the One World Trade Center in the Empire State Building with the light show going off right now. And yeah, so I love New York as someone who knows this city through movies, pictures, books, and especially video games. I always thought it seems almost fictional. After spending a week in this great city, I asked myself, how is this place real? So I'm glad that you got the opportunity to experience this with me, and I really hope you get to experience this in person to truly believe this city exists. And this is one of my most unique experiences of my lifetime, being able to go to New York City and check out many of the landmarks that we've visited. So I'm glad that you were able to make it this far in my video, sharing my experiences with you in the Big Apple, New York City, here in New York. So here is one last view of One World Trade Center and the Empire State Building. What a beautiful night. So we will end our travels here back at Times Square. If you like this travel, please give this travel a huge thumbs up. Comment section below what you think about New York City. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be sure to get my other YouTube content that's on this channel. And thank you for watching Alex's Travels, and I'll definitely see you on the next one.